Hello and welcome everyone to today's video. Today we'll talk about a topic that's kind of hot lately in the Genshin community, and that's the most regretted character for you that you pulled for. And for me, this is Cyan. First, let's start just by saying this game is for fun, so take it too seriously. It's just for fun. So if you like a character, that's it for you. So don't be too much about it. Don't be triggered or something. It's just a character. And if I don't like it, if you like it, then that's the fun of it. Everyone likes different things. And second thing, yes, I like Sinus character. It's nothing about Sinus character. I like his story. He's not my favorite of Tomorrow's character, but he's one of my favorites. So as a character, I do like Sinus, but uh, it's maybe just for me, or I don't involve the character stories and the gameplay at the same place. So if we go to the characters, you have Albedo. He's one of my favorite characters story-wise. His story is so good and one of the best in the game. But I don't like his gameplay, so I didn't pull for him. Just that for me. So if I don't like a character gameplay, it's not even about the hey, if he's strong or not. But if I don't like his gameplay, I won't do that. Now let's go to the topic and why I do regret to pull for Sign. First, yeah, Genshin is a pretty chill game for the most part. There is no end game, there is only the abyss, which is not even that good, but that's not our topic. But there is not much uh, hard content and end game content in the game, so it's pretty chill, just mostly the open world. But here is the first problem for me with Sign. As you can see from these mobs, yeah, everything dies fast. And if you didn't see the alt, yeah, there is no alts for Sign. So if you want to use Sign in the open world, it's really annoying because there is just some random enemies that are very weak. You can kill them for 2 hits, but Sino, you can't even use his ult. Probably the enemies just die and you don't get any energy, and even if you got half of the energy or more, you'll just still be annoyed because that's so much for him, because his ult is very hungry for energy. So you just end up like this in situation like this. You can use your ult for a really long time, and that's kind to be honest very annoying for me. So that's the first reason, and the second reason is overall his ult cooldown, because his ult is really long and have a really big energy requirement, and that can annoys you already even in the hard content in the game, because it takes very long. Most team don't like that, and this will lead us to the second thing. The team comes for him, because Sino, as we all know, likes his Dendro characters, and Nahida is the best Dendro support in the game. But with Sino, it's really weird. So when you are facing a boss, you are facing a one boss, it's really good with him. She's really good with him because the synergy can work really well, because you won't need to use your skills another time with Nahida. But the problem is when you are facing a lot of mobs, it can be really annoying if you kill other mobs. But you can't go back to Nahida, because if you go out of your Sino ult, you will lose your ult and you need to just wait 15 seconds. That can be disturbing. And even if we talk about the other Dendro support, like the MC, she's good with him also, if you are facing mobs, but also if the mobs go out of the circle, uh, there is another problem, because as we all know, the Sinner's electro damage is not great. Even if you have a really good build for him, it's not great. So you really need that Dendro, and the team comps for him can be really annoying. Even if you use him in a team, there is also a better option for him. If you use him with team like this as Hyper Bloom, you have Cookie. You can just use these three, and the fourth character can be anyone, and you will have the same damage or even more if you use a character like Yilan. So it can be really, disappointing at this point. And the other character is Kitchen. If you are facing a lot of mobs, Kitchen is like 100 times better than him, because she can do a good damage, but the best thing, she can work in a quick swap team with facial, and you will have way more optimal way to play with Nahida, because you can just use the character anytime you want, and you won't need to worry about your ult, because that doesn't matter. This is one of the problems of Sino. Now let's talk about the other part of the story, his strength, because as we all know, Sino can be really disappointing in this regard, because his strength is very mediocre. It doesn't really make that much difference if you push him or not. Uh, uh, I saw some videos that if you don't use Sino with this team, you can have even better results, because if you do kick Cookie, you can sometimes have better results if she does the Hyper Bloom and not Sino. And if you just replace Sino with Kazuha, or you do a Kachin team, you will have way better results in here. So it can be really disappointing at that. So now, don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't like Sino. If you didn't like him, I won't vote for him from the first place. I do like his playstyle, but my biggest problem with him that I can't use that playstyle whenever I need to do it, because his ult took a lot of time. Even if he wasn't strong enough, I can just accept him if he has some really good overworld use. If I just can run with him, I don't have a problem with that. But as you can see here, his damage is lackluster. Even if you do want to use him, because there is some characters that I just want to use for the abyss because they are strong, but he is not of them, and he is not from the characters that you will use in the overworld. So he's in a really rough spot for me. There is some characters that, like Yula, I like to use even if she wasn't that strong. I like to use her in just the overworld, do some crazy damage with her sometimes, even if they won't care that much about it. But I can just use her in the overworld. I can kill enemies with her with just normal attacks and skill, and it can be very useful. But for Sino, for the most part, no. And even as you can see here in the abyss, his damage is very laggy. Now, let's just get to the conclusion. Do I like Sino as a character? Yes. Do I like Sino's gameplay? Yes. Do I regret falling for Sino? Also yes. Because even so, if I do like his playstyle, but he's not uh, optimized well, to be honest, for the game. He doesn't have a great damage to use him in the abyss, and also he doesn't have a synergy with the open world to just run with him. So he's in this rough spot that I can't make my mind about it, because I really don't use him anymore at all. The last time I used him, it was after his banner, uh, like a month or so, and I mean his first banner, because I got him in his first banner. and I was excited about him. I'm still, but the problem is, as I said, you can't really use him. So, if you like, and finally, we reached the end of the video. Please write for me in the comments your opinion. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? And why? I want to hear your opinions too about this matter because uh, I do really like Sinus character. So, uh, and don't be triggered about this. It's a video game after all. So be respectful about it and about all the topics in the game. And it's just a game. So if you like the video, put a like and see you in another video.